This is a kind of complicated calculator problem here that I wanted to do. So let's go ahead and do it. So in this problem, it gives you different values for m, x, n, and s. So on my example, m is 29, x is 8, n is 47, and s is 5. And it says use a calculator to calculate t, where t is equal to this whole quantity, x minus m, that quantity times the square root of n, all of that over s. So you don't really want to do this by hand. In fact, you really can't do it by hand because you have to eventually take the square root of 47, and that's not a integer. So we have to do it on a calculator. So I just started the calculator. First thing I need to do is hit the menu button to clear the menus. I'm going to go into the run menu by hitting execute, and then I'm also going to change my display, or my how the lines look, by clicking shift setup right here. Shift menu gets you into setup, and then the input mode, instead of being linear, I'm going to make it math. And now it's good as long as I have the calculator open. I'm going to exit out of there, and now I'm going to type this in. I look at this and I can see that it's a fraction. I can use the fraction key, or I can just say divide, either way, but I'll use the fraction key, I guess. So I did that, and now I see there's parentheses, so let me do parentheses, and my value for x on this problem is 8. So I'm going to do 8, and you can do yours while I'm doing mine. Just pause the video when you need to. Minus m, my value for m is 29. Close parentheses. Now square root. Square root is right here in yellow above the x squared key. So to do that, I'm going to hit shift x squared to get the square root. And I just have one thing I'm taking the square root of, and that is 47. See, n, which is 47. So I just type in 47 there. Now I need to arrow down to the bottom. So I just use the arrow keys down the bottom, and I type in the s, which is 5. So just type in 5 there. Hit execute, and I get this decimal right here. So that's your answer. It says give your answer to the nearest hundredth. That's 2 decimal places out. And it's okay to give more precision than that if you want to. So negative 28.79 is fine. Or you can go farther, but at least go that far. And let's go ahead and submit this. And we got it right. Now another thing on an earlier problem that you might need to see is how to do absolute value. Well, if you need to take the absolute value of something, what you do is you have to go into the options. You're in the run menu, go to options, then click right here, F6, for more choices, either right here on the arrow or F6 for more choices. Then click num for number, and right here is where absolute value is. So if you click absolute value, you get the absolute value sign, and then if you want to get what is the absolute value of negative 8, you just type that in. Or if you have a quantity and you need to get the absolute value of, let's say, 5 minus 8 squared, you can type that in and hit execute, and you get 59. So that's how you do messy things like this and also absolute value. So I'll stop right there.